Good.
You good?
I'm great.
Yo, we're back. This is Run the Point. That's Ronnie, Steve, Serge.
What's going on?
Episode. Like and subscribe and all that. Today's topic and rundown we're going to talk about is we got to talk about these bum-ass Lakers and these top-tier Knicks and everything in between and all that. So, let's start with the Lakers, man. Like, you got Dorian Finney-Smith joining the squad. What are your reaction? What's your thoughts, Steve?
DFS is cool. They gave it
they got a nickname now.
It's DFS.
Go ahead.
I mean, Dodo. That's just, that's what they call him.
Continue. A Disney character.
Come on now.
Hollywood.
But I think it was good for us. Russell just wasn't. He can't play with LeBron. He's has an all-time low in points this season. Was at 13 points. Brooklyn is a good place to put him because he's been there before, but he's not going to stay there long. He'll probably get bought out. Good for Brooklyn because now they have 31 draft picks over the next 7 years. 15 of them are first round draft picks. Mm-hmm. So they're definitely in the rebuilding stage. D'Angelo can go to another team now if he gets if he gets bought out. And there's a couple teams on the market. I think Orlando will be really good for him. He'd go down to Orlando, kind of finish off his career down there and make a good home for himself. Good upcoming young team. And then, LA is just, a couple of trades away from really putting something special together this year, I think.
What's wrong with you, Zach?
Yo, what you?
What's wrong with you, Zach?
It was laughable. Go back and continue, sir.
My guy, you all right?
Yo,
He's having the best laugh of his life.
Yo.
All right. Remember to laugh, okay? We're going to run this back. We're going to run this back. So you got Dave Chappelle over there.
It really don't even matter. Like, we win championships.
Yeah, exactly. This is the type of things you do when you're building. You chip away. We got the Fox is in, there's in talks for us to possibly get Fox. I know there's definitely some eyes on Jimmy Butler. Jonas is out there as well. I tell you what, if we put a team together where it's like AD, LeBron, DFS, Russell, or my bad, Reeves, and then we put Fox on there, that's like the best starting five in the league right now.
What about your bench?
I'll give up everything for De'Aaron Fox.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't think that was that's a real thing.
They're in talk.
They're not going to get Sacramento's not going to trade him to the Lakers.
So they're saying there's three teams out there. So
a 3-team trade?
No, they're saying that there's three teams looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
LA is looking at him. San Antonio is looking at him. I can't remember what the other team was, but there's like three teams.
The thing is, like,
Miami should be looking at him.
Yeah, the Heat. That's
the Heat. I'm saying the thing is with the Lakers, though, it's like everyone has to gel right away with LeBron. He's good enough to do it, right? But it's like it has to be the perfect next piece.
He's the easiest player probably to ever play with.
Yes, but if you have a ball dominant
LeBron.
What?
You don't think
a lot of people have other things to say about that.
Not at all.
I mean, I guess it depends.
If you're
on
a role
position.
player,
if
you're a role player, and you know what I mean?
The next piece, a role player, like we talked about last episode. Go check that out, by the way. But
I don't know. I would like for the Lakers to get a dynamic guard. So Fox would fit that. Yeah. Fox is too big of a target for us to focus in on, though.
Could he mesh right away?
Remember, we still have all of our first round draft picks for the next 2 or 3 years.
We got 3 first round draft picks available.
So 3 first round draft picks. Christie's been hot, right? 3 first round draft picks. Christie. I hate to give up Rui if we don't have to. Let's keep him. But like Christie just dropped almost 30 in the game this week. 3 first round draft picks. You pick up Fox, who doesn't want to be there anyway.
Sacramento's stupid. How they let this happen? But I'm with it. I'll give up everything. I'll give up Reeves, Rui. You know what I'm saying?
I think Reeves would only be important because when we get down to the playoffs, I think he's shown up in some of our darkest times.
Who?
Reeves. I think he's proven himself under pressure.
But if we have Fox, we don't need Reeves.
No. If we have Fox, how much better are we with Reeves? Defensively, Fox, the swatter, he's averaging 2 steals a game. One of the best, I would say, perimeter defenders for a point guard. Playing off of him with Reeves, another ball handler. It kind of
Reeves is going to the bench.
No.
Reeves is going to if he's on the team with Fox, you're not having Reeves out there with LeBron and Fox. You think LeBron's not going to touch the
All
ball?
right, first of all, you're wrong because it would have to be Fox, Reeves, and LeBron James. It would have to be Fox, Reeves, LeBron James, DFS, and AD. That's your 5.
That would be your great 5, right?
That's the 5
But
that's
the
ending the
problem
game.
would be
Yeah.
the problem would be D Fox, Austin Reeves, and LeBron need the ball. So at that point, Austin Reeves is a good player, but let's not get it twisted. He's not a star. He's a role player. He's a role player who, by the nature of this team, has to step up, and he has an aggressive personality, and he's taking the opportunity at hand. But he's not. Like, he will be clearly the 4th best player on the team. And then Rui, if Rui's still on the team, or DFS, they're more important at that point because they're wing defenders. If you have De'Aaron Fox, LeBron, and AD, that's your offense.
Okay, but just because that's your offense, that doesn't mean that the ball has to be in their hand. Now, I understand that they all play with the ball in their hand, but let's go back to one of our greatest rivals, which was the Celtics. You know, we had Ray Allen, we had, you know, all these great players on the team, but Rondo had to carry the ball, right?
Yeah.
And he got it to the 3 best players on the team.
Are you saying Austin Reeves is a better point guard than D Fox?
No, but what I'm saying is these guys it's going to end up in his hand because they're not going to be able to double team anybody.
Y'all being ball dominant guards right now. Serge, what do you think, man, about this?
No. What you mean?
situation?
I didn't think the De'Aaron Fox was a legitimate trade, but I would like it if it were to happen because it gives us somebody after LeBron is gone. He's only going to be with us for another couple of years. So De'Aaron Fox would fit the role of building around him and potentially AD, and then building role players from that.
And D Fox he signed to Clutch Sports also.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
he
forgot
just
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got the same.
So that is a beautiful. If we could pick him up,
Yeah, Reeves,
As you
pack
said-
your bags, bro.
listen, Reeves, Hachimura, Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent.
relax.
No championships. Next,
Relax.
Besides Swiper, like what other players? Do you
No
think,
championships like the Knicks.
Anyway, like any players that you guys see that other teams might need?
Jimmy Butler's the hot
Jimmy.
one right now.
He's currently
Yeah,
suspended for 7
Jimmy.
games. Do you think that relationship's over?
Yeah, they suspended him. Jimmy Butler's not
He's
playing
played
for
his
them
last
no more.
game.
Okay.
He's played his last game with Miami.
Where does he go? Where's his best fits that you guys can think of right now?
As a basketball fan, per the teams that he would like to go to, Phoenix is a great destination. Replace him and Bradley Beal, swap them. Bradley Beal will fit definitely in Miami.
Yeah, for
That's a nice place for him.
Could him and Hero coexist there?
Yeah, shooting the way they
yeah.
shoot, and Eric Spoelstra with Bam. I think Eric
that?
Spoelstra. Yeah, I like that. Not championship wise, of course, but
Be competitive.
competitive in the East. Yeah, but as far as for Phoenix with Jimmy Butler, exactly what they need: the toughness, defense, able to play the third role because he doesn't need to score. So as a basketball fan, definitely I would like Jimmy to go to Phoenix. I would like to see that mesh. As a Laker fan, I ain't trying to see that.
For sure. I think that the Spurs, I'd like to see him go play over on the Spurs with
Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Butler.
He's 35.
Yeah, that's fine. I'd like to go see him play on the Spurs. We got to stop getting so wrapped up in age. Like, he's 5 years younger than LeBron. Granted, everybody's not going to play till they're 40, but Jimmy's got at least another 2-3 good years in him. I think that the biggest thing that's going to cause him, that will cause him to leave Miami, is something Charles Barkley talked about last night, is the fact that Pat Riley straight up told him, we're not going to give you the option. It was a $55 million option. We're not going to give it to you. But if he didn't give it to D Wade,
I was going to say.
Jimmy, you ain't getting it.
Yeah.
Right?
You're not D-Wade.
That's why he's kind of like, all right, I'm getting pushed out of here, which happens. You know, there's sometimes when you see, okay, he's looking for, maybe 4 to 5 year contract. I don't even see a promise in 3 years in him. Let's get rid of him because he's going to be leaving out of his peak soon.
It's the Miami way, dog. It's Pat Riley's way of the highway.
Exactly.
That's true. That's a fact.
I got a beef with Pat Riley, but in this specific
We're
situation,
going back to the Lakers?
no.
Thank God.
No. I mean,
Thank God.
that was back in the 80s. What I gotta know? What can I say about
We
that?
really don't even have to talk about the Knicks at all.
But continue.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
But Pat Riley's not necessarily wrong in this instance because, like he said at the press conference at the end of last season, they need somebody that's gonna be there all year round. Jimmy's at the age where he's there for the playoffs. He's trying to win. He's trying to produce. Then
That's what he
his 100% effort is going to come towards playoff time.
And we know this.
Yeah. They're not going to pay you $55 million for an 82 game season if you're not giving your all.
Nigga, build a better team around me, nigga. I can provide you that.
That was my beef with Pat Riley that you was defending it.
Okay.
That you was defending. My beef with Pat Riley for the last 5 years. He's not been building a good enough team. And he's putting too much pressure on the likes of Jimmy Butler and Eric Spoelstra. And he but he did his job and found those two gems. And those two gems has pulled off the impossible and gotten you to the finals. But that's lack of a good team behind them. So,
You think he just focused too much on like homegrown talent and trying to do it the Pat Riley way?
Just saving money.
Yes, I mean, he's been looking. He's always out there looking, but
he's not pulling anything.
He's not pulling the trigger. You know, he's hesitant. He's not trying to mortgage the future, but at the same time, you have a star player who's 35.
I think the LeBron thing probably hurt him. Like not keeping LeBron long enough. You know what I mean? Like I think that kind of maybe scarred him a little bit because he went out on a limb and got LeBron. He formed the big three. You know what I'm saying? I think.
Oh, you think LeBron scarred him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Possibly. Or vice versa. You know what I mean? Like just he just doesn't want another super. He's the alpha.
Well, I mean,
he doesn't want to have to deal with
that's
like
a hell of a
multiple
scar
alphas.
when you walk away with 2 chips. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just
did his
saying.
job there.
But it's still my thing. Like I got rid of Van Gundy he wasn't performing. I elevated Eric Spoelstra, or I stepped in a little bit. You know what I mean? It's just his ego. It won't get in the way of like.
You guys remember like a rumor a couple years ago when they had like a chance to get Antetokounmpo?
Who?
Miami.
Oh, Miami, yeah.
No.
So I was gonna say, I'm thinking Milwaukee might be a sleeper as well.
Yeah.
For Jimmy?
For Jimmy.
Why?
Because Milwaukee is going through it. They need a trade, in my opinion.
Who are you going to give up though?
Chris Middleton's contract and somebody else. Not saying Miami's going to take it, but that's what
What's
would
Chris
work.
Middleton's contract? Well, how many years he got left? And what is Miami trying to do? That's the question. There's so many avenues that could go. Like, should they rebuild? They don't typically do that. They still have Bam, Hero, Eric Spoelstra.
I like
So-
James, number 11. I like him. I like his game.
But then like how
Who was
far?
that? That was a rookie from last year?
James, yeah.
Yeah, he nice.
How far are they from an actual chip? Not just a playoff appearance, but like how far are they from actually competing like they did a few years ago?
I think their thing is he just sustains until they find the big fish. You know what I mean? Like that's what they do. They're just competitive. They're not going to be bottom feeders, but they're not going to be at the top
31
tier.
mil a year.
They're just going to hover. They're like a hovering team. They're always consistently like they're never bad under Pat Riley's regime. So I mean, the Bucks.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying they might be a sleeper team because they need to make a change.
I was gonna say, do you think they're one of the teams that needs?
They're one of the teams that need to make a change.
Okay. Like that doesn't work right away.
Butler? Yeah. I would say so because he's more of an engine that drives a team.
Yeah, Butler works on so
Anywhere.
many teams.
You see what he did on the Sixers, Wolves, Bulls, any team he's gone to.
But he's never had it where it's like Dame and Giannis are like the guys now.
Exactly.
That's what
But
I'm saying.
at this stage of his career, it would be a plus to have Giannis and Dame on either side.
You made a good point. I think Phoenix was a really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely puts them in a better chance of competing with the rest of the teams on the West because, you know, the West is like far more competitive than the East Coast, right? So, I mean,
Are we in agreement that he's probably going to be traded to the West?
I don't know. I mean, head to head, yes, but like who on the West do you think are championship contenders at this point? Not like out of name and brand, but like performance of this season. Who are championship contenders?
like I said, this is probably the most balanced.
Wait, you
in
said
the West.
you said OKC?
Got you. Yeah.
This
But
is
in
probably
the East, you got a
probably
couple.
the most balanced in the West. Like I said last episode that we've seen in a while, where like there's maybe like 4 or 5 teams that could easily be that top team come playoff time. I think it's really going to come down to like who's healthy.
But you're going based off of roster, team expectation. You're not going based off performance. I'm talking about how they performed up until right now, almost All-Star break, whatever it is. Who's performed like they have a shot at the championship?
I mean,
In the West, it's only OKC.
You can say OKC.
Yeah,
that's
but
right.
when you go to the East, Cleveland, Boston, The Knicks been looking good, though they don't have a
Talk
bench.
to me, nigga.
But I think be honest
too
with you,
much.
when I see those teams on the East Coast,
Knicks is six.
it's fool's gold to me. Outside of Boston,
Yeah.
you know, I think the rest of
That's how we feel. That's how we feel. But they perform like championships thus far
Like
for this
the Knicks
season.
and everyone else is fool's gold. I get you.
Yeah, like
the Knicks
Knicks-
are alcoholics.
Relax.
Wait, what'd you say?
Like nobody takes them seriously.
Like, relax. Like, what? What's all this?
When was the last time we won a chip?
What does that have to do with anything?
Reagan was in office.
Stay on the sideline, dog.
Yeah, I mean,
Jimmy Carter?
We talked about this last episode.
yeah.
We don't know who that is.
04?
We don't know any of these presidents, dog.
Yeah, that's
We don't respect them.
That's
We don't
the
respect
point.
them. We don't respect them.
That's the
Just like
point.
we don't respect your opinion. Stay on the sidelines. Stay on the sidelines, sir. The Knicks are a great organization as of right now.
shout out to the Knicks, man. We go back and forth all the time, but you know, their last championship, they definitely got a last championship. There's a lot of teams that, you know,
I don't even know how we got to the
we
Knicks.
can't put in that
We
same,
still have other teams to talk about.
you know, we can't put in that same bubble, but they do have a championship. You
We're
know,
top 3 in the East
dudes
right
is
now.
walking around with
What is
platforms
that?
with fish in them when they had that championship.
We're top 3 in the East right now. We're top 3 in the East. Y'all niggas are winning.
Clyde was stylish.
Y'all desperate. Y'all desperate. I get it. Y'all desperate. I get it. Y'all not making any more moves.
Nah, the
So
Lakers.
I get it.
The Lakers. To wrap up the Lakers part, I do
We're done
feel.
with the Lakers. We've been done.
Nah, I do feel like they need one more piece,
Oh, yeah,
one
for
more
sure.
trade.
I don't care.
to make them a championship contender.
But we
Do
go
you
back to
think
the
it-
Lakers.
You think it'd be like Jonas?
Oh yeah, we did wrap up the Lakers, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
My
That's
bad.
it.
Yo, you
Lakers
such a
are hot topic.
Yeah,
Such a hater.
they
Yeah,
got
I'm
to
not
live with that.
Oh,
I'm
man.
not a
You think
hater.
we need like
But
a-
this is what y'all do.
You think we need like
Y'all
a
rock with
Jonas
Lakers right now.
or you think we need like Fox? Which one would you take?
A
Fox all day.
dynamic guard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But Jonas is probably more realistic if you want me to
Jonas,
be honest.
Fox,
But
or Butler?
the last trade y'all did, y'all had a dynamic guard come to y'all and y'all sent out pieces that one won a championship and the other kind of flourished in Washington. Like,
What
y'all
is he
brought in
talking
Russ
about?
one time. Y'all brought in a dynamic guard. It didn't work. So y'all have had multiple failures recently. Like, y'all tinker too much.
This nigga, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
Like,
what? So wait, no. What about
my nigga.
No. What about
keep going.
no? What about the trade in 2019? DJ, no. Hold on.
I was that
No.
good. You had to-
2019. No. Because you seem to forget. 2019, we brought in a trade. AD came in. What we do next season? Chip.
I'm talking about the most recent thing.
We're
That's
not
what-
talking about that.
Y'all came off y'all bubble championship and all that. And you trade away.
Chip. Okay. Chip.
You trade.
I didn't agree with that. You're right.
Why trade away the Washington?
I didn't agree with
if
that.
it's
I
working?
didn't agree with that.
But it's what y'all do. Y'all panic because y'all the Lakers. Because y'all LeBron. You got LeBron. It's like,
We panic.
relax, dog.
How many times does it work? Remind me, how many times has it actually worked?
What?
17.
17 times? Okay.
What does it have to do with currently?
No, you're absolutely right. Because in
Currently.
the 2020s,
Who's your nemesis?
we're in the 2020s,
who's your
right?
nemesis?
In the 2020s,
Who's the
one
nemesis?
of us has a chip and
Who's the
one of
nemesis?
us got
Who's the
nacho
nemesis?
chips.
Who's your nemesis right now?
What?
Like, yeah, regardless, Denver's been your kryptonite, right?
What are you talking? The only nemesis we have is the Boston Celtics, who have 18 championships.
So who eats your lunch? What are y'all going to do with Jokic in the playoffs?
We worry about that when we get there.
Exactly. Nothing.
We've also
Even if y'all might never get to the playoffs. Fuck out of here.
Yo,
anyway, Knicks
we beat Jokic
are
our
top 3 in the
championship
East.
season. What you
We
mean?
just recently lost to the best team in the West, but we played tonight. We're beating Chicago Bulls and all that. I feel like we do need a bench. We talked off camera. We need bench work. We're in talks of possibly getting Jordan Clarkson and Walker Kessler from the Jazz. I like that.
Oh, the
Who you
Knicks?
trading?
Yeah.
Who you trading?
How they getting Kessler?
Yeah. Who you trading?
Hey, man, we got picks.
Y'all still got a lot of picks?
And Danny Ainge is over there too, so you know he builds teams. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
And you
We
think
He
got
ain't
that,
trying to build the Knicks.
huh?
He ain't trying to build the
I'm
Knicks.
saying if he's acquiring picks to build the roster on the Jazz, why not take our draft picks that we have?
Okay, I get what you're saying.
No, I understand that. First of all, I'm not sure how many draft picks y'all still have. Second,
Yo, how many drafts?
Kessler, he's not giving up Kessler for cheap.
All I'm saying is, this is the rumor. I'm not saying this is factual.
Okay.
But it also depends on if Mitchell Robinson comes back and how healthy he is.
Okay.
So it's like we have them. Then there's also Valanciunas. I don't really like Valanciunas.
For the Knicks?
Yeah.
What do you feel
For a
like the
trade?
Knicks need to get to that contention level?
I just think just a bench. I mean, obviously we seen it last year where we ran
like
out of gas.
what on a bench? Like what role players are you looking for? Like a point guard? You looking for a small forward or center? What do you think?
I mean, I feel like we have so many smaller we're a small like team. I would say maybe some length if there's anything out there right now. I think we just need more. We need a Hockenstein. We need something like that back, but I don't see anything out there right now for that.
Yeah, me neither.
Offensive rebounding, you know what I mean? Like, just give us more opportunities.
You don't think Mitchell Robinson coming back is going to assist with that?
I like him, but he's just always injured, so he's not really dependable. Like, if he was dependable, then I would like, let's rock.
I would agree with you because I feel like the one thing that kept the Knicks from going further in the playoffs last playoff was the fact that they didn't have a bench, right? They were running. What were you running? Like 6 players,
6-7 players
at best. And so, historically, that's something that your coach does. But if you guys get enough role players on the team, you could probably run like an 8, maybe a 9-player rotation. I think you guys have a great chance to get into the.
That's why I was kind of bummed out when we let go of Danny DiVincenzo. I thought he played well in our system.
Oh, for sure.
And then the acquiring of obviously Mikal Bridges, I think it would have been really, really cool. But
and this is you got to anticipate that players. Not everybody goes into the playoffs healthy anyway.
Right. So
when you're burning a 6-man roster and they're playing every night, you're going 6-7 games. These guys are going to start breaking down, and you're going to find yourself in the same spot you were last year. Right. So the Knicks really need to get that together.
I think we will. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We got this up.
Yeah.
What you gonna say?
Nah, I'm with you. Y'all need a bench. I like y'all starting 5. I was watching the game last night when they was playing OKC.
Yeah.
They was mopping the floor with OKC for most of the night. Then you just seen them and they got tired. And then at the end of the game, you look at the box score, the whole starting 5 played over 40 minutes.
And then Jalen Brunson's coming back from a calf injury.
Yeah, and he played 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, like y'all definitely have a great starting 5, a championship level starting 5 to be real. Y'all just need to fortify the bench because the starting 5 can't play the whole game.
Yeah. Can't play the whole playoffs.
No, I agree. I mean, we just need smart basketball players, I think, to plug in, and play. So
For sure.
Y'all need some force, some dirtiness, some physicality. I think.
We need grit.
Yo, would you take like Zion?
Yeah, you got to let go of a couple things for Zion.
No,
maybe not.
I would not take Zion.
I wouldn't want Zion. I would want something like someone like he's dirty, maybe like a Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah. Oh, I've been wanting Kelly Olynyk for a minute.
He's kind of dirty.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he's 7 foot and can shoot threes.
But then he can also rebound. He's gritty. And
he can pass.
Yeah. So it's and it would work well in the system, I think. So it's I would love Kelly Olynyk. I think he's on Toronto right now. So I mean, I like
And you think that makes you championship?
I mean, we're definitely going to compete.
That would be that would be perfect for y'all.
I'll tell you that.
That's a nice pick. That's nice. That's
Still losing to the Cavs and the Celtics.
He out there dislocating arms and shoulders and all that.
Yeah, but like the fact that he could pass, he could shoot, so he'll fit into your system.
Right.
He could play the 5, give
the 3, the D, the rebounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready? He going bang down low.
You only need him for 15, 20 minutes.
Exactly.
That'll be perfect.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a poor man's Draymond Green.
Fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah. Very poor.
I mean, we just need he doesn't have to be a superstar, just be a superstar in your role. So it's and then he's older now too. You want to win. You know what I'm saying? He's on a bottom feeder, right? He's on Toronto. So it's let's save him. Let's save him.
I like that.
Well, other players are out there that need to be moved or are looking to be moved.
Yeah, that's a good question. Like
B.I.?
Brandon Ingram, he hurt right now, sprained ankle or something like that.
But if he gets moved, where does he go to? Where do you?
And who's going to pay him?
Exactly.
One of these low bottom feeding teams.
That's a good question, because he doesn't fill up your arena with seats. You know what I mean, with fans. He's a good player, but he's not like a.
And he needs the ball in his hands.
Yeah, I mean, damn, that's a good one.
That's my guy. I like him.
I mean, that's a good question. I don't know where he goes.
I mean, you'd like to see him somewhere ideally where there's a point guard that's like pass first, maybe like the Chicago Bulls, somewhere like that. But then does that put him in the same spot he would have been in New Orleans?
And he's already played with Lonzo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about him and switching with potentially Kuminga?
Going to Washington?
To Golden State.
Golden State?
Kuminga,
yeah.
I don't know why.
Golden State, because I know Kuminga's not really trying to stay in Golden State as well. I know he's having some issues.
Well, because of the fact that they're going to try to pay him $6 million money now.
Oh, they are going to try to pay him.
Yeah. So it's like he's trying. I think he didn't sign last year for starter money. So now put him in that position as a 6-man. So now he's going to get the max of a 6-man.
A 6-man.
That's what he's going to. That's what he's trying to fight for right now.
Does he make Golden State better?
Who? Bi?
Yeah. Like, they're ninth place in the West.
No, because he's a ball stopper.
Exactly.
I don't know if he's a flow kind of basketball player.
He's more of a rhythm shooter.
Yeah.
But that's what they need.
Who?
They need somebody
Well, they need to
else.
change the
Like,
I mean, yeah, of course, if you're thinking of traditional Golden State and you want them to play in yesteryears the way that they have, then yes, he doesn't fit that system. But they've kind of drifted away from that system. Right now, if you look at Steph, he hasn't been dominating. He's not Steph. Like
that system you're referring to, I feel like everybody else has that and they're doing it better than the way they used to do it.
yeah, so
Steph had a week.
Oh, 8 for 8.
a week.
Eight
Yeah,
for
you know
eight,
what I mean?
yeah.
Maybe he's turning the corner, whatever. But like he needs someone to draw some defense away.
Bro.
Like right now, there's nobody there.
Do you think they know they fucked up with letting Trey walk?
Clay?
Clay walk?
I don't think so. I think they stuck with that one.
Yeah.
You don't think they fucked up?
They didn't fuck up because I think they would have been in the same position, if you want me to be honest. It's the same position. Just
Still a homer.
Nah.
but he doesn't give you what he
What are you getting now?
he would you would get
Exactly.
the
So
same
why
thing.
pay him?
Yeah.
Bro, you keep.
What is
he's
Dallas getting from him?
I'm saying he's a lifer. He's like that's what I'm saying.
They trying to win.
From that standpoint.
They're trying to win. You talking about like
Yeah, but they're not doing, what I'm saying, they're not winning now. They're not doing anything.
they're
now.
trying to. They're still trying to. And let's not forget, they started the season hot. Everybody was talking
They
about
played
their
like 12, 13 fucking men.
and everybody was talking about championship. So let's not, you know what I mean?
They always jump the gun. Media always.
All right, so let's not pull it off now because they had a tough stretch. Like if they had a championship roster in the beginning of the season, this is
And
still
honestly,
the same roster.
I could see Golden State winning 5, 6 in a row.
What, games?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think you're talking about something else.
Oh, towards it like to build up a streak. Oh yeah.
See them going
so,
into the,
I mean,
I don't think they're that anymore.
going to the
Teams are
All-Star
just better.
weekend. I can see them pulling off, a nice little streak going in.
They might not even make the playoffs, to be honest with you.
I think they should. I like the BI. Like they need something.
I'm thinking BI.
Yeah, so I like BI for Kuminga. If BI doesn't work, then let him go, and then hopefully Golden State has some cap space and they can try to lure somebody over there.
What about some of these other players like Jimmy Butler or
In Golden State.
Jimmy Butler and Golden State would be nice too.
But I was but they're not going to do that though. I don't think Golden State's willing to part with Andrew Wiggins and Kuminga for Butler. They already said that, yeah, that they won't be parting with them.
Are you trying to win or no?
I'm not trying to give up
I
everybody
mean,
for Jimmy.
is Jimmy Butler and Steph enough to win?
I mean,
with Draymond?
Like you'll compete. You'll definitely compete.
You'll
but you're
compete
not
and
gonna
you'll be
win.
in games, but I don't think a long playoff run.
like imagine if he can. You just talk about Jimmy like showing up in the playoffs. Imagine if Steph can take a back seat, maybe a couple of games, and they can kind of alternate that.
Yeah, but I just don't feel like if they let Andrew Wiggins and Kuminga go. I mean,
Andrew's like he's not always mentally there.
yeah, but
Sometimes
those are wing defenders. Those are wing players that you need. If you let two athletic wing defenders go,
who are younger.
You're gonna need them in
not
the
young,
playoffs.
not much by much.
Like you're gonna need them in the playoffs
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kuminga's way younger. What you mean?
No, I'm talking about Wiggins.
Wiggins still in his
I'm saying he's young,
30.
but he's not that young. He's got some weird.
I mean, I wouldn't give up both of them because you would still need some wings. So, but you would have to give up both of them because of the money wise, and Miami would want Kuminga. You know what I'm saying? So that's a tough trade over there. Any other players besides Bi, Jimmy,
Zion.
Zion?
I mean, the Pelicans.
Pelicans should just blow it up.
Yeah.
I mean, Zion's got to find a home somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't think his future is in New Orleans. It's just a matter of like, where does he go?
Yeah.
We should get the details on his contract because he's missed a lot of games. That money ain't guaranteed for him.
Yeah,
Right.
and he also had like a lot of incentives in his contract, as far
Right.
as like his wage,
Yeah,
things like that.
and he's missed a game.
so I don't even know how
And
much
he's been out
he's
since
making.
November, early November.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on? Is it the hamstring again?
yeah.
Like, bro, come on, man.
So a huge liability,
Maybe not. Is it? I mean, I think his body is breaking down, but it's like, do you think he's just doing this on purpose to get out of there?
No.
I don't think so. I think that this is something that's you could have anticipated happening from the time he stepped in the league. It's just like you said, he's got a body type that a lot of health nutritionists in the league probably just don't know how to how to, take care of properly.
Yeah.
His natural growth is something that we've never seen before. Dude's blowing out sneakers, had a lot of stuff going on in his personal life.
Yeah.
Struggling to make weight. And then like when you're building muscle on him, building too much muscle, like 17 pounds of muscle in a month or something like that. That's crazy, So trying to figure out his body type, then get his personal life together, then get his mental mind together so he can get on the court and actually perform and help a team, and then pray he stays healthy enough to, make a difference. That's a lot. I mean, like there's very few teams that you could put him on and, just kind of hope that he flourishes. Honestly, I think the Knicks would have like,
No way.
If they got him for cheap, that $30 million contract.
The Knicks should not do
Turn into
anything
something
with
like
Zion.
18. Be the old Knicks.
And
dog.
then you don't have to start him. They got a great, and Phoenix has a great health team as well. They're known for like reviving Grant Hill's career, Jermaine O'Neal's career. So like they have a history of like
That was a decade plus ago.
Yeah.
Right now, Bradley Beal stay hurt. Devin Booker stay hurt. Kevin Durant stay hurt.
I mean, he's going somewhere. So I mean, what do you think?
Would you do a transition with Butler and Zion?
Huh?
Could he withstand South Beach for one? And could he send like?
I mean, with the way South Beach is known to,
But
I think it'd be good for his career if he got with Pat Riley.
Yeah.
I mean, discipline wise for sure. But could he take someone like?
But why would the Pelicans get Jimmy Butler, and why would Jimmy Butler stay with the Pelicans?
Well, just to fuck him over.
Or does Jimmy Butler have a trade clause in his contract?
no.
No, but
So he has no say.
he does. Yes, he does, because he has an option. So if you're trading for him and you're giving up pieces, you want to make sure that he's going to stay, and he has that option to stay or leave.
Or you could just put people in seats for the rest of the year if you're going to lose somebody like Zion. Who else are you going to? Who are you going to draw?
You're not giving up Zion for potentially half a season of Jimmy Butler.
Why? Because Zion is not doing anything for your team anyway.
Yeah, but you're not giving them up for half a season of Jimmy Butler. You're not doing that.
Okay. What are you thinking that? What do you think the value of Zion is in the market right now?
At least a draft pick. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be serious. When Zion plays, he's giving you 27 and 6.
But he's older.
But I was also
like 24, 25. What are you talking about?
You said dog.
No. For the Pels though, not necessarily keeping Butler after this season. If he declines, you got the money off your books. Rebuild.
Yeah, but at the same time, you gave up a former number one pick. That's a major asset. You're not giving him up unless you personally know that he's never playing again, and you know he's a dead asset.
Y'all got AD from the Pelicans at one time. So they're
what are you talking about?
Like
we want a chip with AD.
No, what I'm saying is like you're acquiring talent.
But we gave him multiple players and draft picks.
It could happen though.
Yeah, but we didn't, and we knew that AD would re-sign with the Lakers. We wouldn't give up all of those players for AD for half a season. We had a commitment because he was a clutch player, and we know AD you're going to re-sign.
And he made it clear the whole year before that he wanted to come to LA. Like that was a known thing.
Other teams have taken that chance, right? Like we saw Kawhi go to Toronto,
win a chip,
and he did not resign.
That was a full season.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was a gamble.
A gamble. So
in Toronto that season, they traded for Kawhi and
There's an
Gasol.
Opportunity to win right now with him, and in that case, he would have to be like really healthy right now, able to play. Right? For somebody to take that gamble with him.
Zion?
Nobody's taking that gamble.
Or even all right,
are you taking that gamble?
Not in LA, no.
All right, so what is there to talk about? You know you ain't taking that gamble. Taking it? You taking it?
There's dumb GMs out there.
I'm asking you.
Oh no, I'm not taking it. But there are dumb GMs out there.
But the point is he's going somewhere, so where does he go?
He's going to go to an up and start team that can afford to take that gamble because you have nothing to lose. No, Orlando has a good base. Yeah, like they're not fucking that over.
So what are we talking about?
you know where he would go? To another low market team like the Pelicans where he doesn't want to
So
go.
the Trailblazers. So he's going to
The
Trailblazers.
Trailblazers would take a gamble. Like, you know what I mean?
He's gonna go-
Toronto would take a gamble. Like, he's
Clippers.
not going. The Clippers are not taking. The Clippers have a winning record right now with James Harden,
Wow.
and they're not trading him after Kawhi going.
Steve Ballmer, the new arena
That's
into
some
a
dumb
dome.
shit.
Like he's gonna want a big name. He wants a
Yo.
big splash.
What y'all think about Charlotte?
No one survives in Charlotte, dog. Don't ever go to Charlotte.
Their
No, I'm
dumbasses
saying-
might take a gamble.
Yeah, that's
what I'm
low
saying.
bottom.
Like,
yeah.
Nah.
And let me tell you something. If he was like half of what he used to be.
Oh, he's from North Carolina too. I mean,
They would
Zion?
definitely put
Yeah,
some
you
butts
pack
in
them with
seats.
LaMelo,
Okay, see?
Melo and
Carolina,
Zion.
yeah.
now you're building
Yeah.
a story. You know what I'm saying?
Be a new Lob City.
nah.
Could be,
See?
yeah.
You know
Melo
what I'm
and
saying?
Zion.
Now
That's
you're building,
another
that's
bottom
a
being.
gamble. That's well worth the gamble. But at this point, right, Charlotte looking like, yo, we got two pieces in LaMelo and Brandon Miller. Don't come over here and fuck shit up.
He doesn't need the ball.
I didn't even think about Brandon Miller.
Zion.
Playing wise, on the court, it's a great idea.
Oh, you from off the court?
No, I'm talking about will he make it to the court? Like, are you taking that gamble when you have those two pieces? Are you taking a gamble that now you're going to be sitting around for 2-3 years to see if it works out, and potentially he's going to miss half that time, and now you done slowed up Brandon Miller and LaMelo? There's gambles that you're not going to take.
But LaMelo's always like you got to take a gamble.
Yeah, but I mean, I just said there's gambles that you're not going to take. I didn't say they wouldn't take that one. I'm just saying all of y'all just said
If I
no.
was Charlotte, I would. If I was Charlotte, I would consider it.
I mean, I guess.
That's his home. I would definitely consider it.
I mean, it wouldn't be a worse trade that we.
What place are they in the East?
They second to last, 7-26.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
Charlotte's been a part of like bad trades in the past, so I mean, obviously, worse trades.
Realistically, I'm just saying, realistically, looking at all these teams,
No, I mean you're right on the Hornets. I'm just saying like they also have a history of like doing bad trades. Like you want to start us off with that, Steve? Charlotte, 96 draft.
For sure.
What happened there?
Yo, man, they gave up the great Vlade Divac. Right? Lakers gave up the great chain smoking Vlade Divac
They acquired him.
for the GOAT, Kobe Bean Bryant. You know, probably one of the most underrated and best trades of all time, in my opinion, in NBA history. Because
Are you being a Lakers fan right now? Is that what?
I'm
Are you
kind of being a
biased?
stan, but
Okay.
I can back it up a little bit because like Kobe had 5 chips. He went to 7 championships, won 5 of them for the Lakers. 5 of their 17 was on a team that had Kobe Bryant as.
Was he a role player for 3 of them?
He was not a role player for
for
3 of
what?
them.
The chips?
He was a
I'm just
1B for 3 of them.
I'm just asking. a question.
But again, it takes a team, and it takes a team of talented players and also role players, which is something that you don't see in New York, but you definitely
I'm
have
saying,
seen
was he a role player?
multiple
Why-
times in
I-
LA.
Why you
Listen,
coming
you're
at
not,
me?
Yo,
you're
DJ.
not- you're not going to take no shot at Mr. Mamba himself.
I'm
right?
not, no disrespect. I'm just asking.
Now
Was
he did.
a
He
side
did
pick?
come into the league as a baby, and you know he had a lot of people
Was he a role
ahead
player?
of him on the court. He had Eddie Jones. He
You're
had
not
Nick
asking-
Van
you're not answering my
Exel.
question.
So he had to earn his spot.
Was he a role player?
But
those 3
no, he was
championships?
not a role player.
He answered it in the beginning. He told you exactly.
I wasn't
Unequivocally,
talking.
it was a no.
no.
It was a no, and we'll say it again. It was a no, right?
All right.
But super young, fearless. He was like the closest replica to Michael Jordan, you know. And I think trading him for Vlade Divac, if New Orleans or what was it, Charlotte could go back in time and take that trade away, they'd do it 1 billion times over. So probably one of the best trades in NBA history.
They also had another blunder too, most recently. Like, what do you think though? You like that? Is that the number one?
I mean, that was a good trade for the Lakers. I think it was just a brilliant trade, more so for the Lakers. That proves the brilliance of Jerry West.
Oh, for sure.
Being able to just eye a talent.
Absolutely.
It's kind of hard to look at Charlotte and be like, you didn't draft an 18-year-old, you crazy. But turning what Kobe Bryant came out to be, then, you know what I mean? And he was the 13th pick, so teams were looking at him. New Jersey was looking at him. So maybe Charlotte should have done some more due diligence, but that's the brilliance of a Jerry West. I mean, there's a bunch of different trades. I was thinking of trades that happened mid-season, right? So like the Rasheed Wallace trade.
Yo, I was thinking the same trade.
Yeah, like
Such a huge impact to a
good.
team, right?
yeah, that propels you to a
And he,
championship.
if I'm not mistaken, he moved twice that year. Didn't he
Yeah,
go
he
to
went to
Atlanta
Atlanta.
first?
He only played
He-
one game in
he
Atlanta.
played in one game
won,
there?
Well, just
and then
one
shot
game.
over to Detroit and
Yeah.
completely changed that landscape.
Yep.
Yep.
So
They
that
beat
was a
y'all,
great
though.
trade.
Yeah.
Yo, it is what it is. You
Yeah.
know, we were there and we lost.
Championship
Yeah.
round. You know what I mean?
I'm just, get lost.
So was Kobe. Kobe was there too.
Lost.
Yeah.
Ben Wallace, you know what I'm saying?
But
Rip. Tayshaun Prince.
Yeah.
Big shot. Big shot. I don't know what that is. Who that is. That's old news, bro.
on the Lakers.
He's gonna bring us to the chip.
No one said that. No realistic
Nobody
fan.
said that?
No realistic fan said
Nobody
that.
said
No
that?
realistic Knicks fan ever said that. Relax. No one ever said that, dog.
Y'all was going crazy.
Yeah, for a brief period.
Till
But no one said championship.
Carmelo came back and shut all that down.
Yeah, Carmelo said, nah, chill.
Exactly.
Chill.
So anyway, you were saying the trade.
The Lakers had a similar trade, Pau Gasol mid-season trade.
Yeah.
That propelled them to the
Jerry West
finals.
again?
Yeah, that was Jerry West too.
That's it,
Yeah.
Jerry West again?
Yeah. Jerry West was there, right?
And he was on Memphis at the time.
He was?
He was their general manager or
Okay.
player development.
A trade like that, it propelled the Lakers, right, to the finals. And then they won 2 out of 3 championships. Perfect fit, Pau Gasol, seamlessly fit with Kobe.
That's what I would say. Like the genius. We got to remember in that time they created that super team, right?
Cool.
The Boston,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay, yeah.
That same time. So we had Ray Allen. Do you not remember Kevin Garnett?
Oh, no. Okay. No. Go ahead.
So
Continue.
they created this super team, and it was really low key when we got the Paul Gasol trade. Like I remember the only person that was like, "This is crazy," was like Stephen A. Smith. But nobody was like contesting it. Nobody was upset about it. Like it was just like a real low key.
Nah, but they
People
were
know,
contesting
people
it
were-
because it was Kwame, Javaris, Aaron McKee, and Mark Gasol. A lot of people were saying we didn't give up that much. It was a steal.
But no, because it was like Marc Gasol was like they were saying was like the special talent. That was
Yeah, but he wasn't
gonna
even.
blossom
It
into
was just
something
draft
in the
rights.
future,
Yeah.
right? Which he did.
Yeah.
Which was true. He did. And I think because of that trade, we paid for it with the CP3 trade later, which is why we didn't get CP3. But
Well, the NBA owned the Hornets at the time, so obviously,
Yeah, but they-
go with that.
they weren't happy about that trade.
Yeah, Mark Cuban and other owners, Dan Gilbert wrote letters. Really, because that was right after the CBA or some league meeting that they were having.
Right.
And that trade was a brilliant trade for the Lakers. Because not only did we get CP3 and then would have potentially opened the doors for us to get Dwight, it saved us money.
Yeah.
And all of the owners were mad about that, creating a super team in LA while the Lakers saved money. We will be able to add more to that. They were feeling like, that will lock down the league
But you
and the
gotta
Lakers
think
will
about
win.
from
No,
David
but
Sayers'
but,
standpoint,
but,
though.
but listen to this though. I think everybody in the trade won.
What trade? The veto trade?
The veto trade would have won.
Would have won,
Would've won, would've won.
potentially. But right after they did that, the super team in Miami got created.
Yep.
So it was some bullshit. But a trade like that on one hand, the Pau Gasol trade I'm talking about propels the Lakers to championship. It actually propelled the future of Memphis Grizzlies as well. The grind time, what was
Grindhouse.
Grindhouse, that's what it was called. Yep. Marc Gasol.
Marc Gasol, yeah.
So that was the foundation of that.
Yeah. So I mean, they both pretty much came out well. I think my best worst trade is like in 1987, the Sonics drafted Scottie Pippen, but then traded him to the Bulls for Olden Polynice. And obviously, we know what that turned into.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like the Super Run.
You weren't a Polynese fan?
Huh? Nah, bro.
Nah.
Nah. Who was Olden Polynice? Nah, bro.
I think he had a name back then.
I mean, yeah, he had a name back then, but like now that we see it
Now in hindsight, yeah.
Scottie Pippen to the Bulls, obviously 6 championships, could have been 8 if Mike didn't step away for the 2 years and all that. But I think that's probably one of those like, fuck, maybe the Kobe situation.
Right.
Almost, you know what I mean? Like this young, talented kid, and obviously he blossomed into.
So does MJ win those chips with Polynese?
You see why he got traded?
I'm just saying.
He's-
Like, if he doesn't, does he win those chips?
We don't know. We'll never know.
He does.
We never know. We'll never know.
Michael Jordan wins some chips in his career.
No, I'm not. In terms
Like,
of,
I don't know what y'all talking
we
about.
don't know.
Huh?
We
When
don't
Jordan
know.
stepped away, the Bulls had one of the best records. And
Yeah.
they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Scotty let him, yeah.
Yeah, cut it out.
They made it to the semifinals or the conference
Well, I'm
finals?
saying, he's
It
saying
was
with
the
Golden
semifinals.
Polynese.
They
Michael
made it
Jordan
to
with
the
Golden
Remember they
Polynese,
didn't give
though,
the
dog.
ball to Scotty. They gave it to
Yeah.
Kukoc.
But I don't think they made the conference finals. I think Cuba Davis,
No,
the
they
Knicks.
didn't. It was the semis.
Yeah, it was the semis.
They
But
would've-
either way,
What I'm saying,
that was the genius of Phil Jackson and the triangle and all of that. But
Older Polynese is all I'm saying. He wasn't winning with older Polynese, Doug.
Okay.
Because he still had Doug Collins as his coach at the time. Like, come on, bro. Stop.
alright.
I think I better pieces.
What's this next one you got written down? Dirk and who?
Tractor Trailer.
Tractor
RIP,
Trailer.
Tractor
Dirk and
Trailer.
Tractor Trailer.
Gold Blue and all that. But in 98,
Where?
the Bucks drafted Dirk and traded him away for Robert Tractor Trailer. We don't even know who that is, sadly. A lot of us don't. But he played in it.
I mean,
no, Robert Tractor Trailer.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
I'm saying a lot of us don't know.
Big guy, big
yeah,
dog. You know what I'm
he's a
saying?
baller.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
like a lot of people don't know. So it's like
Yeah.
at the time, obviously
Listen,
another one.
I think that it was good for Mark Cuban because what Mark Cuban was trying to do at that time was something out of the box. He was really like one of the first owners invested into overseas players. And he knew that when he picked up Dirk, he was going to keep Dirk for his career.
Well, Donnie Nelson and his son actually found Dirk.
They did. And,
Yeah.
And it was Cuban that was like
I'm saying-
okay with them creating this overseas because he tried a lot of players on that team that didn't work out, that were overseas players, right? But he was the first one dipping into that market that was finding even a little bit of success, which caused other teams to start looking as well.
Well, you got San Antonio's of the world.
Yeah, San Antonio, right?
Yeah.
And also in Texas. And I think that it was a great trade because Dirk, at the end, he made a great legacy for himself out there, and he brought him a chip, which secured his legacy as one of the greatest to play the game. And I think it did something for Mark Cuban as well as an owner.
Yeah, I mean, I think just beating the team, right, that got him in 06 and beating him in 2011 with the super team. Like he lost in Heat in Flash. That's when Flash was created. He lost in that finals when they were up. And then obviously beating LeBron in the game, in the Heatles in 2011, I think cemented his legacy. And then obviously playing for 21 years, patting his step back, arguably one of the best power forwards ever, depending on who you talk to. So it's like, he did his thing, man.
definitely
And
top
Over
10.
30,000 points. Crazy.
And he got a few people some championships on that team. That
Jason Kidd is one.
Jason Kidd,
Jason Terry. Tyson Chandler. Like he got a lot of people.
Ron
paid.
Butler on that team.
Ron Butler, but he was hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt.
Was that the team with Peja?
Yeah.
Huh?
Peja? Was he on that team?
Yeah.
He was.
There was a
He was
couple
on-
people walked away with some chips
Not for
because of
sure.
Dirk. So that, for
That
sure.
was a brilliant run.
I mean, and to your point earlier, like Mark wasn't afraid to he wasn't afraid to get better. He
Right.
wasn't afraid to spend money. A lot of these teams are afraid to spend money or take risks. We don't know. And he had an older Jason Kidd. Like that's taking not a big risk, but it's taking a risk. So shout out to Dirk, man.
Shout out
Any
to
other
Dirk.
bad trades or good trades for you guys?
I think a trade that changed the course of a team was the Celtics when they traded away Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and they got all those first round picks. And it turned into Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Because it ended up working in the end. You got your chip and you got your cornerstones for the next couple of years.
Facts.
That was the long game.
That was a long game.
Yeah.
But that's
So I think that's one of the
Danny
better
Ainge's genius
trades.
to bring
Yeah.
them in and then also to trade them away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's another basketball.
Yeah.
Spawning off of that, the trade to get Jason Tatum, trading away the what was it? They had the number 1 pick or something like that, and they traded away the number 1 pick to get the number 3 pick. Or they did something.
Oh,
Traded down.
I forget what they did.
Yeah, that was a brilliant
They traded
trade.
back. Yeah, that's crazy. So I mean, him and Jerry West are like basketball geniuses.
Savants.
Yeah, like it's
You
just
know,
they get it.
One that we don't really give credit to was when the Lakers got rid of Shaq. Because they usually say the best player wins.
Oh, you got Lamar
circumstances, right?
Karan. Yeah,
Exactly. And Shaq went on to win a championship with Miami, which was great, and he was destined to win.
as a sidekick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call him.
He wasn't. Flash was Flash, bro. D-Wade was on fire.
Shaq
06.
Shaq kind of set him loose in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
Set
That's
him
what he
straight.
did.
And but years later, that Lamar Odom, boy, did he pay off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, did he pay off. So, Yeah, I mean, like Shaq, he got his one chip in Miami, but we got a couple with Lamar. So
and Shaq went ring chasing after that.
Back then, we're trading Shaquille O'Neal, who just got us 3 chips and took us to the finals 4 times.
Yeah.
That's a lot to swallow, thinking like, dang, what is our future going to look like? Pause. But for us, to make a trade out of that where one of the players was definitely a contributing factor to us winning future multiple championships is undeniably like one of the low-key better trades to have come out of LA.
I like that.
Worst trade, Russell Westbrook trade to the Lakers. You were speaking on that earlier. That messed up. Well, we thought that was going to be a good trade, but that shows you that trades really rely on chemistry. It's just not putting supposed great players together. They got to be able to play together and see the game the same way. And that can, the same way a trade could propel you to championship status, definitely could take you out of that category as well. And fuck up your future, which it did for the Lakers.
And I think when they made that trade, I think they just did it just to make a move as well.
I mean, they had an idea. Russell Westbrook had a name, had a legacy, was a star. They needed that type of player. They needed a dynamic guard. That was the idea of reducing LeBron's workload. It just wasn't the right player.
I just want to throw in there just as a little something else. I mean, we're talking about trades, but in the spirit of trading, when you have an opportunity to sign with a team, right, and you have to make that decision on who you're going to sign with, I just want to say that one of the worst decisions in signing with the wrong team, Kawhi Leonard. You should have came to the Lakers. We had a spot for you. We had the money. And you chose, I don't care what you say. This dude could have went championships in San Antonio, championships in Toronto, championships in LA.
But he's been hurt. He hasn't finished the playoff run.
Go against LA, and I just think that's backfired on his entire career. And he's probably going to die a Clipper, and his legacy is not going to be what it should have been if he had came to LA. So
you think if he came to LA to the Lakers, he wouldn't have been injured?
He would have at least gotten that chip in the bubble.
No, that was after. No.
He was on the Clippers.
For sure.
That wasn't okay.
Remember they lost
You're right.
Nuggets 3-1. Then when they were up 3-1.
He would have got that chip in the bubble.
You don't have anything to say?
Nah, he would have got that chip in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? He would have got that
But
chip.
you said he wouldn't have been hurt?
He wasn't hurt that playoff
He
run.
wasn't hurt, no.
That playoff run,
That don't matter, though.
Low key, bad decision, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You would playoff P.
No, he compete against the best, and I think that's what he wanted to do.
Hold on, I was just gonna say, do you think playoff P needs to move as well?
What, this season?
Well, he just got to Philly.
I was gonna say he just got there, though.
Did he sign a new contract when he got there?
Yeah.
He's stuck. Yeah, he's eating cheesesteaks for.
Why do you want to get rid of him?
I'm not getting rid of him, but it's clearly not translating.
I mean, he's been about bad trades before. Obviously, SGA and in that whole situation, what they got going on in OKC. So it's like, I don't know if he needs to be traded away. I just think they just got to figure it out. Maybe they got to shut the whole shit down. But there are like a game or two out of like the playing place right now. So I don't know if you want to tinker with anything.
Do you feel like Philly's like kind of getting it together slowly since like Christmas?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is I thought they wouldn't make the playoffs. There's a high chance they make the play-in and get into the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like right now, they're like
they
a game
definitely
out of.
And I tell you right now, the Knicks don't want to see them.
Please.
Oh, hell no.
That's
You don't
easy
want to
money.
see them.
They don't want to see us.
That might be easy money for the Knicks. But Philly just gonna need a time to build and get that chemistry. If everybody is healthy, if they do get some chemistry, that will be tough for y'all.
Look at them, 14 and 19. They not not too much out of 7th.
I don't think Philly will be able to defend y'all,
Exactly.
but at the same time,
Yeah, that's
We gonna
Tyrese Maxey
not gonna
and
be able to
Embiid.
defend them either.
Yeah.
We gonna cook them.
It'd just be a shoot off.
I don't see Philly. I don't see Philly developing that chemistry that they would need.
They
But
can't.
if they do,
They can't.
Their ceiling
Joel
is
doesn't
above.
play back to backs.
just as a basketball fan, I would love to see
And a Nick Hater.
Knicks Philly series.
And an indicator.
Yeah, but they're not going to play back to backs in playoffs, though.
I would like to see
right
that
now,
series
to
too.
the
I just don't
chemistry
think I don't think
aspect.
Philly's gonna develop that.
They can't.
They're not gonna be able to keep up with the Knicks. The Knicks gonna come at you for 48 minutes and play a hard run. They space out the
But they
floor.
gonna play 6 people.
Joel ain't gonna be able to keep up with that.
They gonna play 6 people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean we'll see. It's gonna be a nice little Eastern Conference this
A
year.
hater, that's all.
The Knicks better not choke.
Listen, I'm never
Just a
gonna
hater.
say anything that's not true.
You're just a hater.
Just call me out if I say something that's not true.
You're saying nothing right now. Nothing at all.
Okay. All right.
Like, yeah. Transitioning. We got we got a former great Derrick Rose is getting his jersey retired next year. What are your thoughts on Derrick Rose?
They confirmed that they're doing that?
Yeah, next year.
Oh, I mean it's to be expected. Like, yeah,
That's it. No love for him? No
What you
highlight
mean?
you want to talk about? No, nothing?
he was nice.
Don't just gloss over my man D Rose, man.
Listen, man. What
No,
a
no gloss over.
what a
Rose,
what
man, that
if
nigga nice.
story.
Huh?
Like one of the greatest what if stories.
That's what I'm saying. This nigga's trying to dismiss.
Like
that, you just dismiss him,
Because
dog.
you got him in Laker mode, so you know when he in Laker mode, if you ain't talking LA, he don't really care about
yo,
it,
y'all
right?
surprised that he getting his jersey? Like he
Nah, not at
deserves
all,
it.
yeah.
Like he did his thing.
sure.
Like you know what I mean? He was nice.
I think when that season, was it before he won the MVP, when he was like, why can't I win the MVP? He had that
was right
interview
before.
right before, and I was like, because you're too young. I was given a lot of reasons of why you can't win an MVP.
And then the next year, the opening game, he played against LA, and
And they won.
Winning shot.
but
Over Paul Gasol.
yeah, but before that though, his playoffs against the Celtics,
Yeah.
that first in
Rookie
08,
year.
Magical.
that was wonderful. That's what really got me on him.
Magical.
I mean, he was the most dynamic point guard. I mean, he was like a race car, like stop
Yeah.
and start. Like everything was like fast, and then just that injury just like fucked him up.
Multiple.
Yeah.
And like just also like the mental aspect of it. Like you're former MVP. Like I'm the king of the city. Like I'm Chicago's son, right?
Born and raised.
Right. Then I go and I'm at my height of my career. Then I get injured, and then now I gotta rehab. Come back, I get injured again. And it's like, just like, now my athleticism gone. Now I have to learn how to play the game of basketball. And he just showed you throughout the course of his career, going to Minnesota and scoring a 50 ball. Like his career high, like shit like that.
And you see the emotion after that
Like,
game
that's what
because
I'm
of
saying.
that.
It's
Yeah.
like, that's what it is. It's like, it's more than like just the jersey. It's also like the development of who he's becoming or who he's, you know what I mean? Like just
His love
mental
for
makeup.
basketball.
Yeah.
His undying love.
Exactly.
Like even when his body failed him, he refused to fail basketball.
It's the grit. It's the blue collar mentality. You know what I'm saying? In that city. So it's like he just channeled Chicago.
And I remember watching that game when he dropped 50 in Minnesota, and to hear Jeff Teague retell that story
super dope.
and how emotional they got.
Yeah.
Because I remember D Rose, he couldn't even talk.
Right.
Yeah, he couldn't. Yeah.
Like and so then everyone got emotional. Like the person interviewing got emotional. The guys on TNT got emotional. Like because you loved him and you wanted to see him win so bad that it was like a win for basketball.
And also like I don't know if it's out of like him feeling sorry because of the fact that it was Tibbs' fault that I feel like it was Tibbs' fault that he got hurt because he shouldn't have been in the game against the Sixers anyway.
Right.
Because they were blowing him out.
Right.
But like him, like Tibbs going to like the Knicks and then bringing him on maybe as a mentor, just like kind of like sticking by his side throughout the whole process as well. I think that's pretty dope too.
Right.
So yeah, man, shout out to Derrick Rose.
Shout out to Tibbs.
We also have an anniversary of one of the greatest sports commentators, Stuart Scott. He passed away 10 years ago today. So this is his anniversary. So this podcast is called Booyah. Any like my favorite like just
Cooler than the other side of the pillow,
exactly.
baby.
You know what I'm saying? Like running home after school, watching the top 10 and just listening to a brick run it down. So it's like he was super, super dope, man. Like he was one of them ones.
Fly. He just kept the game fly. Like it was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was for fun, cool. Yeah, he did his thing.
Like he was a GOAT, man. So shout out to Stuart Scott. Yeah, man. And on this table right here, I don't even know what Steve bought me. I just know these are red bottoms and these are the sneakers of the week. This is big money on the table, actually. I don't want to say the price tag on them, but if you got these, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Doing
You know
your
what I mean?
thing.
A little bit of coin.
When you bring these out.
Special occasions.
These are donated to the Running Point family. So
Okay.
shout out to all those designers out there, sneaker owners, and please continue to donate sneakers. And no, it's just a rumor; they're not all mine. But continue to donate, and we'll spotlight the dope sneakers that we got out there.
Now these are big time when they came out. Just the red bottom and like just the culture and like what we do is culture. Like you know what I mean? Like we make everything look good. So yeah, shout out to Louis Vuitton, shout out to a tastemaker and Steve. And yeah, man, this is Running Point. If you found this episode to be dope, like and subscribe. And we out of here, man.
We out.
Peace.
Word.
Yo, stop telling them it's my stuff.